Want to find the Holy Grail, eat real paella, and visit a futuristic city all in the same day? That's what you get when you go to Valencia. Hi, I'm Kevin. I've been living in the Casal with my Valencian husband since 2018, and most guides completely miss the mark when it comes to this Mediterranean city. So today we're going to talk about the top 7 things you need to do when you come to Valencia. First up, La Ciutat Vella, Valencia's old town. You can find the Holy Grail in Laseo. You can go to La Llotja and see one of our UNESCO World Heritage sites from the Valencian Golden Age. There's Arab baths, one of Europe's biggest markets, our version of the Sistine Chapel, medieval quarters, tons of Gothic architecture, street art, giant squares. Okay, there's a lot to see. And I'll be doing a full deep dive on what you need to see in La Ciutat Bella, but for now, spend at least a day walking through this downtown. Number 2, visit La Ciutat de les Arts y les Ciencias. The City of Arts and Sciences is Valencia's futuristic complex. It's really unlike anything else in the city. You have an IMAX theater, a science museum, an opera house, and Europe's largest aquarium. This is perfect if you're coming with kids. They'll really have a good time, but even if you don't, you need to at least go there to see the entire city. And when you get there, you'll see why it's called a city. It is enormous. But the overall area uses a really cool blend of a futuristic style with traditional Valencian trencadís, so it's really worth visiting. If you want that new Instagram photo, you have to go here. Number 3, discover the Falles Museum. This is something that's really good to do when you go visit the City of Arts and Sciences because it's right next to it. I consider the Museo Falles to be a staple for anyone coming for the first time. Because if you've never heard of Les Falles, you're in for a treat. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Festival, and basically just every neighborhood in the city builds up a giant piece of artwork that's sometimes as tall as buildings, and they put them all to compete, and everybody votes on which one's their favorite. They're always satirical, making fun of politicians or doing whatever. And at the end of the festival, we burn it all to the ground, except for that one winning piece that we voted on, called the Ninot Indultat, the pardoned one. And this museum hosts all the pardoned figures since the 1920s. And since Les Falles is supposed to be a representation of Valencian society, you get a really fast and quick way of seeing how the city and its people have changed over the last 100 years. And if you're coming in the summer or there's really bad weather, then it's a really good indoor activity to get some culture. Number 4, enjoy a Valencian esmorzaret. This is a traditional meal that usually field workers would do. It's a giant sandwich. You get some olives, you get some peanuts, you order a small beer, and if you're feeling nice, you finish off the meal with a cremallera, which is coffee with a shot of rum that's burnt. So like in theory, there's less alcohol. And this is not some touristy thing. This is something that people will do very often still. It's supposed to be really cheap. You can expect to pay less than €7 for it. If you're paying more, you got scammed. But it's a great mid-morning activity to get your energy back and enjoy the day. Number 5, go on a bike ride. Now this does sound kind of touristy, but I promise you it is worth it. However, you need to either ride your bike to the beach or to the lake. Valencia is completely flat, which makes it really easy to ride around. There's dedicated bike lanes, and it's really easy to get to these natural spaces that are actually a little bit far away from the city center. So instead of getting crammed up in the metro, you can take a nice little bike ride, enjoy the scenery, and maybe feel a little bit better about yourself after all the food you've been eating. I think it's a great idea to ride your bike in the morning to the beach, get there around lunchtime, get some paella at the beach because that's where most of the better restaurants are. And if you really like being by the water, then you can spend the rest of the day there. Just note that I do not recommend riding your bike in the city center. It's super chaotic, there's no dedicated bike lanes, and you're either gonna get yourself hurt or run into somebody. Just avoid the chaos. Number 6, explore Rusafa. This is one of the trendiest neighborhoods that actually used to be its own town. But if you wanna find the trendiest new restaurant, you wanna go out and enjoy some nightlife, you're going to wanna do it in Rusafa. It's a very welcoming, diverse neighborhood. This is where most of the LGBT bars are, for example. But even if you're not much of a drinker, I do recommend just going for a walk, enjoy the ambiance, and really take a look at the buildings themselves because the facades are amazing. And number 7, something else that probably nobody's going to tell you, interact with the local culture. And I say this because Valencia is dealing with a lot of problems right now. Over tourism, housing crisis, stagnating wages, linguistic oppression. There's a lot of things going on. And whether it's our intention or not, tourism often does play a role in these problems. So when you're here, I recommend you doing things to lower your impact. Rather than treating the city like a theme park, actually respect the local culture, the people, and its language. So when you're here, try to eat at local restaurants rather than big chains. Shop local rather than going to a big brand. When you go into the Mercat Central, actually buy something. Don't just take pictures. And learn a few words of Valencian. Just a simple bon dia and gracias can go a long way in showing you actually respect the locals. So when you do these things, you can enjoy Valencia and also make sure that Valencians can enjoy Valencia. So there you have it, 7 things to give you an authentic taste of Valencia. But to be honest, it's just scratching the surface. I can go into a lot more detail about all 7 of these. But for now, I'll link more resources in the description below, and make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Valencian content. And if you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments below. I will answer all of them. Bon viaje!